Okay, so I'm in for the air signs, right? Correct? Yeah. Okay, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra in that order. It's pretty intensive. I'm noticing a difference in my in the energy. So we'll see what happens with the air signs. They're the second in line here from YouTube. I'm going off the numbers. Water was first, now air. So here we go. Okay, first card for Aquarius. I'm presuming everybody knows what tarot's about, and I don't have to explain anything. I mean, energy can go left, right, and center. So if it applies, you may be in different forms. Just be open-minded. That's all I ask. Again, I'm non-traditional with cards and meanings, so a lot of this you may have the same deck, may use same or different type meanings. It's just the way I read. Okay. A lot of the energies that I get universally, they trump the meanings of the cards in the book, and that's simply the way it goes. Okay, here we go. Aquarius, first card. Again, different setup, different layout. I'm trying different stuff. I went with the water. Just kind of realized my camera does not focus well on and off, so I'm going to try this mode and see if it works a little better with a card holder. See how this goes. Again, I have a high drop off. I have a shotgun mic, so if I, move the least little bit to the left or right, it really drops the volume. And the reasoning is I have a lot of background noise, my boy, and fans and stuff. And if I was using other microphones, you just have to crank it, and it would just be a lot of exterior noise. So this is what I'm trying to avoid. Got a little bit of a hum here, but I don't think we can get rid of that. That's probably just the microphone. First card for Aquarius. 7 of Earth. Okay, so let's see what I get here. Okay, light's a little better. I realize that ambiance lighting is a little better than head on. So, Aquarius, here we go. Again, I was noting in the water signs that we had this card. Not sure where exactly, but the sense here is we have that snake. What's highlighted here, the chakra system. Snake is wrapping its tail right around that solar plexus. That is about self-esteem and issues of such. I feel like this is what we're honing in on at this point, or what universally is coming at us to help us deal in this area. This is what I'm getting. Okay. Card number 2. What do you know? This is 4. Yeah, 4 water. Okay. So this guy's looking in a mirror. 2 fish is very... give me a minute here. I don't know if it's just these cards. I think all of them have some kind of symbolism of third eye properties here. We may have the Aquarius delving into this area in order to gain clarity. Their third eye being activated to help them move forward. This is what I'm getting. It's interesting to me, the fish are going in one direction and the man is really facing. It's almost like his body wants to go the way the fish goes, but he's facing, looking in another direction, possibly to be turned in that direction. Which leads me to believe that we have a situation here where we're really either being distracted from something or moving away from something as a distraction. Yeah. Something about this is funny to me. But nonetheless, this guy's looking in a mirror, and usually it's about the reflection. We could have ego issues coming up as well. What they're saying to me is the ego issues may be preventing us from moving forward, right? Because this man is, the fish is almost like spiritual guidance, intuitive, like we need to go forward. And the reluctance for this man to kind of follow, it's almost like, but no, look at the mirror. You know, look at me. So there's something about that, okay, that's prevalent here. Now again, we've got self-esteem issues. So if we've got ego, this is interesting, because I think if we have a high ego, we could still have self-esteem issues. In fact, they're glaringly obvious when we have a high ego. It's to cover up these situations. So I feel like that's part of the process here. The Aquarian might be going through some ego issues that they themselves may not be aware of. That's what they said. Third card. Wow. Four, yeah. Good thing I'm not dyslexic. Because this 4 and, yeah. 4 and 6. So the 6. This woman is highly compassionate. She's offering this necklace to whomever, right, is in front of her. And there is a heart attached to that. The symbol of that heart in the pink color of soft, gentle affection. So there's either someone is doing this to you, or you may be offering this outward. I feel like it's interesting to me, the pink energy from the mirror matches kind of that pink heart, and the necklace that he's wearing matches that as well. So all of those colors really mesh well. So I'm getting a sense here that because we are working on the self-esteem, we may be working on self-compassion, having compassion for our own selves here. It's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, so as we move forward, again, I didn't say again, I just stating for the first time, I'm going to be going through spirituality, and then we'll be dipping into the sensual side of things. So as we clarify this self-esteem stuff, what do we get on there? 21, the world. So this is the chakra deck, and the world is about completions. This woman is really in a zone here where there's a lot of vibrant colors around her. Completion process, absolutely. Right, because this is what it's clarifying. The work that we're doing on our self-esteem, we may be coming to a completion of some kind of lesson in this way. It's really what I'm getting. Yeah, they're also making me aware of the word distance, but it's not coming forward at this point, but it may be more prominent in the future here. Just move forward. Okay, so on this ego type card here, wanting to go forward but feeling like we're being pulled back by our ego, we have the 4 cups. 4 cups is about discontent, boredom, something being offered universally, and we're not willing to take it in some way. And this is kind of what I get from this card. It's like these fish are going, let's look forward, let's go forward, and it's like we're getting drawn up in something else here when we should be going forward. Yeah, I'm not getting on the surface what this is. It's purely kind of spiritual storytelling, but nonetheless, universal offer has come forth that could be in the physical by a partnership or something coming at you that we're not really interested in taking, is the sense I get. Now on this compassion card, right, talking about offerings, either we are giving or someone is giving to us. Interestingly, we get the Knight of Swords to clarify that. So this knight is or maybe who we're offering, or maybe who is offering to us, right? Knight of Swords is another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. This is the Aquarius reading. I just want to, again, right, because I felt, this is very confusing because I felt like it was self-love, and that would really, that would nail that, because this is the Knight of Swords, right? Charging in to figure things out from our own. One, how to figure out, to figure out how to give our heart outwards is really learning about ourselves in a compassionate way so that we could more easily go outward to others. They're going, that's it. Okay. So as we move forward here into the cards, to keep clarifying on the spiritual side, self-esteem, the world, again, I was getting distance, but it's almost like opening to a world of color is what I'm getting here. Why? Because this woman's being illuminated. So learning a lesson, which opens a door to see things differently, right? Once we learn a lesson, we don't go back and, well, some people do, but we usually don't have a tendency to go back in that direction because we're seeing from a new perspective. Yeah, the next card we get is Seven of Swords, which talks of lone wolf behavior. So again, it's all singleness within the Aquarius. There's a lesson here that's needing to be learned quite highly. And isn't it interesting that the yellow is still sticking in through the clarifying cards, right? Yeah, our self-esteem, we need or may have deliberately taken time here, and I feel like because of the world being near the end and completion, I feel like we were mostly in charge of this, but no matter, in charge of bringing ourselves to a lone wolf state where we can deal with our self-esteem issues is what I'm getting. So that's quite deep. So on top of the energy here, where I get some of the ego coming out, and Four Cups, things being offered to us. Maybe we're in an egoic kind of state where we don't want to take anything because we're really more wrapped up in ourselves than we're allowed to offer outward, right? Okay, so anyway, the clarification card there is the Empress. So that's the divine feminine card. And it speaks to evolvement in this way, right? Look at her. She's bumped that bubble. She's got a necklace on. She's feeling very... These are very similar to some of the water. We may have some cuspers here that I'm reading, but nonetheless, the Empress is the motherly figure, the divine feminine, the evolved feminine, right? Someone here who has or is being illuminated to all of the colors of the world. So really, in a sense here, I'm being poetic with it, but there's lessons being learned here that have brought us to a new position within our spiritual selves. Evolved us. Okay, that's really what I'm getting. Now, with this love and compassion, we have this Knight of Swords. Now, what's going on there? Page of Cups, we get to clarify that. So, we may have some water energy. We may have, we may be a cusper, like an Aqua Pisces cusp. Youthful, playful, creative energy. This guy, he has that little, these are decks I haven't used very much. He has that little flower on his head, and what do you know, it's purple. And purple is basically attached to the color of universal energies, right? So the sense here is this guy is connected universally to the energies, though he isn't just in the beginning phase of listening to all of the stuff. He has a playful, youthful energy. So this may be your energy. I feel very much this is a self, how do you say? Self-evolvement. Like we're evolving spiritually here. And we may have a youthful, playful tendency to us that is helping us get through here into our compassion. Okay? They're also making me aware of this compassionate energy. They're saying there's a need for more compassion in our lives than we've given up to now, and there's a realization of this. We just don't know how to translate that. So that's what they're really saying there. And the Knight of Swords is about kind of our energy, where we're just the facts, we come in and there's not a lot of heart coming through. So that's kind of the left and right of things. The Knight of Swords coming in, that's our energy, but we need to damper that spirit with some compassion to move forward. Okay, that's what we're getting. And also the playful energy of the little otter doesn't help, or doesn't hinder either, doesn't harm it. Okay, so that's the spiritual sides. We're working on our self-esteem. We are either breaking through to Empress type energy here, divine energy. And when I hear divine energy, usually it means you're connected in some kind of way. That's it. We're connected, we're intuitive, we're following our intuitive nudges and really letting that lead the way. And that's what I see as a divine feminine, someone who's listening to instinct. So 18 plus, again, we're working into some sexual cards here that have some heavy images. So just a warning, there's some pretty raw stuff that can come through. Just don't know what it'll be. So I shuffle the cards beforehand. I just feel it's mundane. That's just my personal choice. And then I reveal them as I go. So to clarify, on the side here of self-esteem, working on our issues in the romance area, I get the Seven of Wands. This is about unions, reunions. Yeah, I think I got this in the water as well. Somewhere, I can't remember where. But anyway, very similar. Unions. Greetings. Someone coming from far and wide. So there's some kind of a union happening here. I feel like spiritually it's like we're getting ready for it, is what they're giving me a sense of here. We're spiritually already getting ready for this with our self-esteem, and the physical is going to happen, is what I'm getting. Next, on the Divine Empress here, energy, we have the Nine of Wands. Now, this card is about a couple. Obviously, they're kissing, but if you look in the background, there's a little child there overlooking. So there's a sense here that there may be a relationship that has been kept on the down low, but someone is in discovering of this. So this could be, I mean, it's early in the stage here of the romance card, but this could be third party situations. It could also be just people wanting to keep a relationship on the down low and not wanting it to get out, just for personal privacy reasons. But again, there's a kid in the background symbolizing that somebody knows this, so we may think it's secret, but somebody's in knowledge of this. So this is on the Divine Empress energy. Now this is also, they want me to make aware, this is also on the same line of thought here, as to something stopping us from moving forward, right, in our ego. Okay, so this may have a bearing on the relationship in some kind of way. Either our ego is high in this relationship, or the other person's ego is high in this relationship, and that has a bearing on this situation. Okay, next. So the compassionate edge here, or the compassionate, so I'm like 2 sentences ahead. The compassionate side of ourselves needs to be edged out over this Knight of Swords energy that is pretty harsh. They want us to be a little more playful, youthful, that kind of thing. Page of Cups energy is very good. So on top of that, in the romance area, we have the Ace of Wands, and that's about new beginnings in love. It's also about physical getting together. And it's interesting to me, you know, you have these plaques in the background. It shows all the seasons: winter, summer, fall, spring. There's a sense of either a long period of time that we've either waited to be in this position, and also having the uniting card come quite quickly as well. That's interesting to me. We're uniting, and we may have waited a long time to be with a partner, and there's a beginning starting. Yeah. Okay, to keep going here, on top of the Union card, we get the King of Cups. That is a huge offer, or is it the King? Yeah. That's a huge offering of love forward. This guy has a lot of love to give. He's got a fish jumping. He's got 2 cups he's offering. He is very emotionally sound within himself. He knows emotionally. He's intelligent in that way. He knows what he wants, how, what he's looking for in a partner, this kind of thing. So this could be us or the partner that's coming at us. I feel a little bit of both. I feel like this can relate to everybody in the party here. If we're talking about a party of 2, I think everybody here is working on their emotional maturity within relationships. So that's what I feel is highlighted here. And the union that's coming about is going to deal with that heavily. If we're not evolved in that way, this is going to help do that. So on top of keeping things on the down low, we get, what do you know, we get the Page of Cups. This is interesting to me, because the Page of Cups can be about apologies. And in the book, oh yeah, here we go. In the book, this is about reunions. So this card, they have a reunion. So these people know each other, and I kind of overlooked that. And they're going, no, this is pivotal at this point, because the energy here is that we're going to reunite with someone and may have apologies coming. Okay. So the apologies, though, they want me to clarify, will come from someone who is emotionally sound. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if we have people in our past that we're going to, and they're going, this could be past lives as well. We may not have met them in this life, but in another. So if they weren't mature before, they are now. So anyway, the down low situation, this is the pairing. Want to keep it light and low. This is the Page of Cups, and he is about apologies. Again, there's fish jumping out of the cup here. Just give me a minute. Yeah, excitement is what I get from here about new directions, but at the same time, this kind of doesn't match this energy of one of these people here. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Okay, so on this new direction, right, this new compassion we want to open up in this new relationship, we get the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is an energy of someone who comes in fast, and it may be so fast that they're gone just as fast. So this is interesting, the same element, right? So it leads me to believe that we may have a situation here where we are united or reunited with someone. And again, I'm getting past life stuff here. And so the reuniting is truly of the soul, not of the person. So we may not have met this person in this lifetime, is what I'm getting. Okay, so da-da-da. Now, the reuniting comes, and we may have like a recognition to some degree, meaning kind of love at first sight, and we don't know this person, but we know this person, da-da-da. And because of this, we end up being physical quite quickly. And the thing here is, you got to remember, because I'm getting a sense of judgment and I'm wanting to defend this couple. It's like these couple meet each other and then they end up in bed and they're going, well, that's not right. and universe not saying that's right, not right. I'm feeling judgment from others, going, this is not right. People judging the couple because they got together so quickly. Now, here's a scenario. It's because of all of these feelings, and both of them openly feeling to a high degree the same thing. So they just charged in very quickly to the physical side of things is what I'm getting. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So like instant recognition, almost like the veil's lifted, like we just know. So these people may either both be spiritually evolved, or to some degree have a lot of, oh, I forgot to warn you about my cat. She may interrupt. Okay, Neek. Shh. Where was I here? Anyway, these two are going to get together quite quickly, physically. Things will go quite fast. He is coming. They're going, he is coming in quite quickly. Things will get heated quite quickly. The whole thing is just fast, fast, fast. A lot of judgment outside is what I feel. And the reason for this is because it's just something that nobody else really can understand. If you have not been through a past life recognition, you won't understand, right? Because it's all there. Energetically, it's all there. These people, there's a realization of, like these people, yeah, I'm getting the same story I had with Libra a while back. So we may have Libra crossover here somehow. You may have Libra in your chart highly. Anyway, as Venus or something. Nonetheless, trying to explain about the energies and how you feel what you feel and the judgment of others. This is going to be their hardest hurdle. After they get over the judgment of others, it's free game here. So as we move forward here on the King, right? Again, both these people are trying to tackle their emotional state, their emotional stands, or their emotional... wait, no, don't go on the keyboard, Tink. Or Tink, that was my last cat. Nico. You're gonna come in here, aren't you? She's just like, there's no way you're gonna stop me. I hate this. Anyway, sorry, I'm just distracted here. So yeah, they're both working on their emotional centers, trying to get that up to par. Now, to go one deeper into the sex side, we get, well, this is interesting, the Eight of Pentacles. How does that function? So we have this reunion, and both people are trying to emotionally evolve. There's a situation here where we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's about a man going forward to a woman, and the woman just going, you know what, I will have my coffee and I don't want to deal with you. Just stay on your side, that kind of thing. Not wanting to engage physically, really. So this is prominent here. May have a reunion with someone. We don't want to get, I don't know, it's not something off here, but nonetheless, in this scenario, somehow this happens. Okay, next, Page of Cups, talking about apologies and keeping things on the down low. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is interesting again, because it's basically the same scenario as we had here, only different different, can you move? Different atmosphere. This is kind of like this is like the homebody. You know, both work at the end of the day. How about some romance? And she's like, oh, I'll just have a cappuccino, thanks. And then this is more like cabin in the woods type feeling, where we got the man working a little harder, but the woman still being unimpressed. Really? You're gonna do this? Look at her. She's like taking her. Nico, don't do that. Goofy cat. She chooses her times, doesn't she? So anyway, So this is interesting to me. It's almost like this man is passive, and then he's trying a little harder, but she still seems unimpressed physically by this person, or just not interested in sex. I don't know. There's something funny here. Okay, so that's the next one on top of the Wands card, because this is where all the action is, right? We have the Ace, the action on top. So what do we get to clarify there? The Fool, new direction. So just as we have in typical Wands energy, right? We have a situation where we come in and we may have an interlude with someone that we may or may not have known before, where there's kind of a rejection of sex on the sex side for some reason or another, and then he comes in and then off he goes in a new direction because he never got any. Now this is interesting because usually this is about getting it, so I don't understand. We may be getting it, but we may be unimpressed with what we get. On the female, I feel like the feminine side is just unimpressed. The man's kind of trying to build up passion here, trying to work his magic in a romantic way. Just unresponsive is what I'm getting. So it's very interesting. So off he goes. He can't get satisfied here. He's going to go in a new direction is really what I get. He's the Wands dude, fire energy. He doesn't let anything stagnate too long. So he's not going to let it get him down. He'll just move forward. Now to clarify on the Eight of Wands again, about being passive. We got a reunion here. I don't know if it's the same person. Almost seems like we might be dealing in different scenarios, but I don't want to make excuses. So on this passive energy of being intimate, to clarify one further, we get the Ten of Wands. So somebody is finding it too hard to bear this relationship. It's too hard to get this person in the mode. They're just not, it's too heavy a load, so they're not willing to go there anymore. So this is what has happened. Now it's interesting to me that I'm getting all this past life stuff and this passion coming forward, and yet like a drizzling off, like yeah, okay, we're done here, you know, like we just cannot bear it anymore. So that's that. Now on top of this, again, him turning the heat up a little more. Like I feel sorry for this guy, but it's like he's turning the heat up a little more and just still not getting much more out of her. To clarify that, we get equilibrium, which is the Temperance. So there's a need to balance things out here. So is the man giving too much to the woman, and there's something here that needs to come forward? Let me suss this out a little bit. There's an imbalance in the relationship, no less. Whether it's the male or the female. In the cards, it's showing the male or the female, so I'm just going to go with that storyline. If it's the opposite, then it's the opposite. Just go with that. But the sense is it needs to be balanced out before we can get our passion back. There's something here that needs to be fixed in order for things to come back. So there's an, if I say come back, it's like insinuating that it once was there. Okay. So on this new direction that either we take or the partner takes, we have the Nine of Cauldrons. Now this is interesting because the Nine of Cauldrons is about, we have this guy. Nine of Cups is about wishes and dreams and hopes being fulfilled. In this deck, they have a goofy way showing. It's like the Nine of Cups is supposed to be wishes fulfilled. Well, there's cobwebs sitting everywhere. There's a head on a platter. And a guy falling asleep waiting for his cups to be filled, and they're all empty. They're all empty, you know. So this is the scenario. It's like, yeah, I'm waiting for things to fill out and it's not happening. So I don't know, by the pictures too, it could be the woman waiting for things to, but yet there's an attempt here by the man, but maybe not in the right direction. He may be all working in the sex direction, but it's not the sex that needs to be revised. Okay, maybe in different areas. Okay, so this is kind kind of what I'm getting here in Nine of Cups. We're just not, the wishes aren't being fulfilled, and we're falling asleep at the table. And how long have we been there? Because there's cobwebs and everything going on. But someone's head is on a platter. It's a very dark probably one of the darkest Nine of Cups I've seen. But nonetheless, we're somebody here is heading off in a new direction because of this wish not being fulfilled within this person. So we got to be careful if we're too in our head with our partner and they're not fulfilling our dreams in that way, that, you know, are we balanced in that? So on top of being overburdened, to go one further there, what do we get? We get the Ten of Cups. Now this is interesting, because again, we get that dream. Now this is in the physical, this is in the physical, the satisfaction sexually that we get from a partner. Someone here finds it overburdening to aim for this, to get this, to have this as a goal. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't satisfy them sexually, so I can't handle this. I don't want to do it. That's what's going on here. So is this the Aquarius or your partner that you're dealing with? I don't know, but somebody here is fed up with trying to satisfy their partner sexually, is what I'm getting. Okay? Whew. Okay. Now it's starting to come together a little bit here, I think. So on top of the equilibrium, what needs to be equalized here? We get 8 to the Justice, another equilibrium card. Well, that don't say it nothing well. There's just an imbalance here in some kind of way. Maybe too much sex and not enough attention in the right ways. We're getting sex here, but that's not the be-all end-all. That's not what we're after. And I feel like the feminine here, whether you're Aquarius or the partner of an Aquarius, is the one that's fed up. We are really, yeah, it's like this person is prepared to jump in and deal with things sexually. I do not feel it's the partner of the Aquarius that is burdened by all of this. I feel it's the Aquarius that's burdened by trying to satisfy their partner in a sexual kind of way. Okay, this is just showing that there's absolutely an imbalance here. Things need to be equaled out, and then we'll get back to normal. Well, that's the impression I get anyway. We'll carry forward. Again, the wishes and dreams not coming true. Why? Because this person's working on sex, and sex is not my problem. There's other things here in the relationship that need dealing with, and we're just not dealing with that. So to clarify, we get the 9 of Wands here. Now that is interesting as well, because if you know these cards that I play with, this card has a story. Excuse me. This card has a story. This man from above here, whoops, is overlooking this woman. She's a harlot, and she just got out of a session, and her clothes have been ripped off. So she's in the courtyard trying to clean herself up before going back to work. And this man's looking at her, and he can either take advantage of her or he can help her. And he just hasn't decided which is which. So there's a sense here that maybe the Aquarius, whatever end you're on here, maybe feeling this kind of way, maybe feeling taken advantage of, because there's not a lot of roundness to this. And by roundness, I mean to the relationship. We're just dealing with the sex, that's it. So there's not a lot of other things that are supportive in the relationship. Okay? Now to go back to the 10 here about the, emotional fulfillment within the sexual area. We'll go to the Infinity cards to expand as the last of the deck. We have the Stimulus card. Now this is interesting because this nails it. So someone in the relationship here is, this is my card for, he's wearing a virtual reality thing, right? A mask or whatever you want to call it, like what do you call them? Goggles. So he is looking at something that is he wants to touch, right? He wants to go. but that's all that's there. There's nothing else there. It's just the idea. I want to touch, I want to feel, I want to. So this is where this man is at with her or him or whatever. So very much the scenario that we're coming across here is this person is visually stimulated by what he sees. He wants it, and the Aquarius, whatever end you're on, is fed up with that. They just they need more than that to carry this forward. Okay, well, so on the Justice here, the balance that needs to come in, what do we get? Tense emotions. Now they're going, we have had intense emotion, and they're saying there is a need for intense emotion, like in a well-rounded manner, not just in a sexual way, not just in a visual way. We need to express our emotions outward and communicate those more clearly, because it's almost the feeling, and usually masculines do this, have a tendency to do this, is to express those feelings in a sexual way rather than discussing them in a more emotionally mature way, that kind of thing. So there's a sense here of this intense emotion overtaking someone here, or both parties to a certain degree, where we're not balanced in the proper ways to be well-rounded, okay, in the relationship. That's what I'm getting. So friend or foe, you know, to expand on that energy, what do we get? The Infinity card. I hope it nails it. Warning, yeah, be careful, because they just don't know where they're gonna go. That's interesting. So there's someone here that just really doesn't know if they want to go beyond the physical. They know they want sexual contact. They know they want to be physically connected, and they know that they think you're beautiful, but beyond that, they don't know what they want. Somebody here doesn't. So if you know 100%, then it's the partner that's unsure. And if the partner's unsure, then it's you that may be unsure. So just a need to look at that more closely, because that can create havoc in the future. Not knowing where to put here, whether to help or hinder. And that's what they're saying there. Okay, so that was the reading for Aquarius. So the overall energy here, I pulled an animal card. So we'll look at that. And it is, oh wow, the swan. And it's, look at it, nail it. And it speaks to beauty. Isn't that something, hey? Yep, that's what it is. Someone here is blind to beauty, meaning beauty makes them blind to everything else about this person. They're just going after the beauty, and they don't know if they truly like that person's depth of being. So a need to figure that out is what the Aquarius is going through here. Yeah, look at it. I mean, the swans, right? Mate for life. Yeah, this is definitely a water crossover, because I had this in the water as well. So you might want to check out some of the water signs to see. There's a lot of crossover energy for this. They mate for life. They strongly defend their partners. But again, we're blind. We don't know what is taking our bubbles, right? We don't know. It's interesting, the bubbles in the water. So I feel like it's an Aquarius, Pisces cusp. But nonetheless, we don't know what is there. We don't know if it's beautiful. We don't know if it's a dragon or a duck or a swan. So there's a need here to take the sash off and look at from a deeper emotional place. Very early on here, we had some egos showing up, lone wolf energy that's needing some, needing to catch up with some self-esteem issues here, and somebody not accepting something. And I get highly, it's the Aquarius here. We're not accepting something because it's just not pleasing for us. So there's a lot going on here. But the swan here, the beauty, is the overall energy. So keep that in mind, is kind of what we need to look at in order to clarify things. Are we just looking at the beauty on the surface? Or are we blind to where beauty truly sits? Because they go, this person truly is. They are looking absolutely 100% from surface value. They don't know how to go any deeper. So they need to learn to probe deeper into the emotional state to get to more core issues with the partner than just, yeah, you're pretty, and yeah, you know, let's hit the bedroom. You know, more than that. They got to go deeper, further, farther. And that will create a scenario where we realize whether this is what we truly want. But the scenario here is we really are, someone here is changing direction quite quickly and going in a new direction because our wishes just are not being fulfilled here. And we really may be scared of being taken advantage of. This may be a warning sign to be on alert, right? Sorry, my camera's off here. To be on alert for the energy of taking advantage of. So this may be something we, again, a warning, it's right there. Are we trigger happy in that way of, you know, anyway, I'm going to stop there before I start tripping on my face. So that is the Aquarius reading. So hopefully that made sense to you in some way. Now we'll carry on to Gemini. Okay, these are the Gemini cards. So let's go. I was putting it away like it's the last. Okay, first card for Gemini, again pulling back on into the spirituality area. Queen of Earth. So we may be a little more grounded than our natural selves, a little more in place, a little slower, running a little slower than we normally do. Not on all cylinders, what they said. I don't know if that's a joke or what. Yeah, slowing things down, which is not a bad thing for, sorry, I'm thinking fire. Why am I getting fire? We're in Gemini. Hold on. Reboot. Why did I get... You may be with a fire energy. I don't know. I just kind of zoned right out there. Okay, Gemini. You're still out of your element. But, give me a minute. Not as much slowing down as I would think with the fire element. I don't know. You got to be dealing with the fire element here because I'm getting a sense that that's why we're changing our pace, you know, or being out of our element. So for an air sign, Gemini, and we're going to Earth, it is to bring it, the mind. We're trying to quiet the mind from all the riffraff that's going on, meaning all of this stuff that's in our mind that is not of truth and grounded reality. We're trying to get rid of that because it's creating havoc for us. I feel that Gemini's been through a lot lately, or had a lot going on in the mind lately, where they're needing to quieten it down. So this is what's going on. Okay, boom. Sorry, a little hiccup there. Well, what the heck? Never had that before. Okay, next. The Father. We'll look at that. That is the Emperor type energy, right? This guy's highly in thought. Now, the sense that they're giving me, though, is that it's logical, grounded thought. We're not in our normal chaotic sphere where there's tons of things going through our mind. I feel like the Geminis are grounding out to reality, to a slower mindset is what I'm getting. A lot of Earth type connective energy, so they're really trying to slow everything down to a crawl so that we can actually process a lot of the information that's coming through rather than it just floating through and us being kind of excited by it, is what I'm getting. Okay, again, non-traditional with the cards. Next is the masculine and feminine, and look at the fire there. So we may have a partner who's in fire energy again, or earth, but I feel like we are taking on the earth element. Our partner is in fire, and we are trying to lower our chaotic mindset so that we can deal with this partner better. We may also be trying to balance out our masculine and feminine sides within ourselves, or noticing an imbalance in the partner to do the same. Alrighty. Next. So on the Queen of Earth energy, again, I'm getting masculine, feminine, whatever, but whatever fits your scenario. A lowering of the pressure on the mind. I get the Ace of Swords. Look at it vamp it up again. The Ace of Swords is really about ideas coming to the surface. We're getting ready to act, ready to jump, because there's great things. There's like the light bulb going off, coming, right? We're ready to act upon things. So this may be why we may be feeling like we're in a position where we need to act. So we're slowing things down to a crawl against the normal grain, so that when we do act, we just are very much in a mode where we made the right decision. That's what I get from that. The next one, the Father, the basically the Hierophant energy, or sorry, the Emperor energy. On top of that, we get the Devil. Now this is interesting, because this comes in between the partner's energy, and there's a lot of fire going on, but it may be that we have taken action in the past where we didn't think things through, and it created some havoc. It may have brought about some energy that we just weren't prepared to deal with, either in the partner, like we did something to aggravate the partner and didn't expect that to come back, or the partner did this to us and was aggravated and brought us out of a field where we could stay in control. That's the sense I'm getting here, is we're really hyper vigilant about controlling ourselves here. So it's either our partner kind of went out of whack, or we did in the past, and we're going to make sure that we don't do it again. That's really what I'm getting. Now on top of the masculine feminine energy, again attached very highly to a partnership here, get the Seven of Coins. That's about building up your finances. Working, putting in work. To a certain degree, we're waiting on things to mature. I feel this is the case. We may be waiting on a partner to mature and calm down from a situation, like a volatile situation that we had in the past, or the partner may be waiting on us for these same reasons. That's really what I get. We're tending lightly to that partner so we don't have another explosion. Okay, so as we go to the Ace of Swords here, these new ideas that are coming forth, again, we're preparing ourselves because we got a lot of ideas coming forward, but we want to make sure that we're in a more stable energy. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles, and that is about harmony and balance. So yeah, it's all right there. We got a lot of ideas. We got to make sure the partner's balanced. We got to make sure we're balanced, and we're going to go outward in a balanced way. We're trying to think of equalities within the relationship. So we're just really, I wouldn't say we're walking on broken glass here, but really trying to walk on eggshells anyway. Trying to please the partner in some kind of way, trying to do it in the most harmonious way that we can. Okay, bring these ideas forward. I feel like the Gemini has some ideas they don't know if the partner will be open to, is really what I'm getting. So on top of the Devil card, to clarify, we get the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is about the stillness that is reached, and they're making me aware of the stillness that happens after someone's had an argument. suddenly the room gets emptied and people are just quiet. They go to their rooms or whatever, they continue, but everything's kind of more quiet than it needs to be, that kind of thing. They're making me think of that. So again, I feel like there might have been a blowout in the past, or we just had a blowout, or will be having a blowout, but to a certain degree there's some stillness going on here, and I feel from the Gemini that they're just waiting in order to make the right decisions. They're again closing the mind down from its normal traffic, shutting down the laneway. We're just going to sit still and think, because it's almost like the Gemini was trapped or got strung up in a situation that created havoc, and if they would have been more in their groundedness like an earth sign, they would have been able to thwart it. But it's just that the momentum was there, that they just blew things out of proportion. So on the 7 of coins, again, that waiting on something to mature, we get the Hierophant, which is about good judgment. So this in itself, waiting for things to ripen, or to a realization is what they're saying. We're waiting for a realization from the partner. This is within the good judgment rules, what they're saying. That's the key to figuring out this argument, or how to balance this out, right? Is the waiting game on the partner. So if you're a Gemini and you got a partner here that either they blew on you or you blew on them, there is some hope in this time of stillness that things will get better, that the partner will actually realize either their mistake, or you will come to realize the mistake, or both of you will come culminatively, like what do you call that? Both of them together will come and figure out, the differences there and mend things. Is really this fawn. I really get a calm, loving, caring sense there, and the key is just like, yeah, we'll get back to the calm instead of this weird stillness we have. Why? Because we have good judgment, and we'll give it the time to do that. The patience as well, right? Woo. Okay, so that was the Gemini energy. Some fluxes in a relationship is really what I'm getting. So now we go into the physical side, the intimate side. So the first card we get there is the 3 of Cups. Now, we're being very grounded. We got a lot of ideas and things, ways to balance our relationship. The 3 of Cups is it's not a great card when we're in a relationship, and it's really not a great card when we're single either, because we have a situation here where someone is really just stepping in there, gaining sex and walking back out. There's no real emotions involved here. This man is going into a brothel, paying for sex and walking back out. It is just an exchange. So there is absolutely no depth there. So somewhere here, this action is going on. So that's not good. Okay, next. On the Hanged Man, we have the 5 of Cups. So that is about struggles and quarrels in a romantic kind of way. We have 2 women and 1 man. It could be 2 men and 1 woman, depending on what your scenario is. But the sense here is that these 2 women are beating up on this 1 man. Are they rivals, or what's going on? So there may be... I feel like that's really what was going on here. The energy here is someone's attacking the partner in a kind of way, and this could go, masculine, feminine. This can flip back and forth. So if we got this kind of energy going on, that would definitely lead to confrontations, right? We have someone engaging in sex and not much else. Even if we have that within the partnership with no depth, that'll create an argument. Or if we have, we have 2 parties here. So if we have a man dipping into 2 women, this may be his argument. Well, I didn't feel nothing for that. This is the scenario. It's still not good, right? So moving on, that's, you know, this is on top of the stillness card. Again, getting a sense of that fight and then the quiet after the fight is not good energy. Whew, what do we get on the good judgment? Again, there's hope for salvation here. Like we can make headway here is what I get. Because I get a soft energy of forgiveness and loving and caring and kind of meek, but nonetheless joining back together. On top of that, we get the Page of Wands. So this really backs up this as well. Page of Wands energy is about a man who really is objectifying a woman. He's looking at the woman's body, but she's not real. So someone here is taking that stance. So I could go in a myriad of ways here, but the bottom line is this man is ready to give his flowers to a statue. It could be that, you know, you have a lot of feelings for your partner, but your partner is a statue to you. They have no depth, right? They don't value intimacy in the ways that you may, meaning we are different intimately because one's cement, there's no movement, and the other one's movement, he's got flower, you know, there's liveliness there. And again, this would jive quite highly with the cement side, right? This guy just walks in, walks out. There's nothing more to it. So wherever that sits here, that seems to be a problem, or someone looking at each other like that, like someone looking at the other like that, like, is that all I'm good for, da da da. So there's something going on here creating issues in this way. Now on top of that, Three of Cups, the guy going in the brothel. What do we get? The Six of Swords. That is leaving. So someone here is left, like, literally to go to another partner. We have a man here going to elsewhere to get sex. This is weird because this is where the harmony sits. So I don't quite understand that. There's ideas here, harmony. Someone going to a brothel to get satisfied, and that's it. They just don't want to deal with any depth. Six of Swords. So we may have a partner doing this to us and we are going to leave because of it. Because we discovered it. We found out the partner was cheating, and we just feel that the partner would not do that if they truly cared. Da 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 da. So this may be what's going on. Okay, so on this fighting energy, right, we get the 8, the Strength. I feel like what they're trying to say here is within the fight that we gave, we brought our strengths forward. We explained what we needed to explain. We said what we needed to say here. That is all that you can do. That is all that you can do. I feel like the Gemini may be on the side where they have been either cheated on, where they have been cheated on. Okay, Gemini's been cheated on. At this point, they have decided to leave. They are wondering whether they made a mistake, and the universe is going, we said what was on our mind. We gave everything that we could have to possibly rectify this. That was our strength in the conversation that we gave to the partner. I feel like this somehow was discovered and brought forth, and the arguments going back and forth were very, from the Gemini anyway, were very wise. Very open, very honest, and very raw. And that in turn brought up a strength that I feel the Gemini doubts, but nonetheless spiritually they're going, no, this was very strong, the way that we came forth and told our partner how this made us feel, what it did to us, da da da. So it was all laid out. Okay, so on the energy of, you know, holding flowers for someone and someone else not being able to, you know, when you think of giving flowers to someone, giving them a hug, and you feel, you know, their clothes, the softness. This is a statue. It's just cement. There's nothing there. On top of that, we get 21, the World. Now, that is about completions, coming full circle here. there's a lesson that we have learned, or a situation that is coming to a close, and it is really there. Yeah. They're going, look at the woman is basically naked, right? So they're going there in all its nakedness. We're seeing the partner for all that it's worth, and not just physically naked, but naked spiritually. Now we realize that the partner that we were with really has nothing to give us in this kind of way. So this is what they're saying about the nakedness. Now we're seeing our partner spiritually naked, meaning we realize that they do not have the depth that we need for a relationship here. Ooh, that's heavy stuff. Okay. As we go to the sex side, on the Six of Wands, which talks, Six of Swords, sorry, which talks about leaving, going away, trying to get away from all of this. I feel like the Gemini, I don't know, it might go both ways, but I feel like the Gemini here is the one that has been harmed by all of this. We have the Two of Wands. We may literally be going on to a new partner, but I'm gonna hold back a little bit here, because I feel like in the future cards here we may have a sense of reuniting with this same partner, but I'm not too sure. But nonetheless, I'm just gonna lay that there. This is about new beginnings, warming up to someone in a physical kind of way. Okay, we don't do that with a long-term partner. I feel like this was a long-term partner where things were just kind of all over the place. So I don't know where this fits in. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. So on our strength, and again, they were talking about the energy of the Gemini talking to their partner that had wronged them, and giving their side of the story to them so that they understand. They're going, we did a good job there. There's no stone left unturned, in case we're wondering or doubting. We get the Strength card again. They're going, we know our strength here. It's almost like, yeah, this is kind of overpowering the Gemini's energy that they feel in their strength. Suddenly they're feeling wrong, is what I'm getting. We are truly in our strength. It's like the universe is needing to spiritually support them. We know we're in our truth, but logically, the Gemini knows this. But for some reason, spiritually or emotionally, I think is where it's hitting, we're doubting this. We're feeling like so hurt by it that it's hard for us to comprehend, is what I'm getting. But nonetheless, you know, we did what we needed to do in the situation. It's just the aftermath, I feel, is creating doubts and panic, and there may be codependency issues, so we're not wanting to truly let go, though we got to leave. And, you know, there's all this change going on that's just suddenly out of control, and we just feel like we're not on our strength. Even though we've exhibited it outwards, we feel like we're not in our strength. Okay? On the world, the completion of the project here, we have the Hanged Man. Now, this is interesting because this is kind of the sense I get, is we might have to take a pause in this relationship rather than a right break. But nonetheless, we are going to move forward or away from the situation in order to gain clarity. We just can't sit in the same room with the partner with what they've done to us. So we need to remove ourselves, probably for the partner's safety, is what I'm getting. But nonetheless, we're you know, taking a time out here. Sexually, absolutely. No sex for now, right? So on this Two of Wands, right? This is an energy, I don't know where it kind of fits. Warming up, getting to know. Maybe this is the energy of the partner who wronged us, and the, you know, the relationship that's going that way. Maybe that's that. So to clarify that, we get, oh, what do you know? Ace of Wands. Yep, it is. Seems like the partner of the Gemini may have a renewed passion opened up in a new direction, and this is what is getting started. Now, I'm not too sure. I can't tell by this energy field here. It's quite intense on the Gemini side. I cannot tell if, you know, the one you're going to is meant to be, or the one you're with is meant to be. I'm not getting that full on right now. What I am getting is that the partner is feeling a strong desire So the Gemini's partner that cheated is feeling a strong desire towards the one they cheated, obviously, right? Because that's what happened. This is what I'm getting. It's rough to deal with. As we go on the strength again, lack of strength that I was feeling from the Gemini, not feeling strong enough to kind of make it through this separation process, is the sense I get. We have the Three of Cauldrons. Now this is interesting. Because again, you know, needing to wrestle some demons here in order to come to a good completion, a successful completion. This card is about celebrations. Now, it's very interesting what I'm getting, because these women are celebrating their friends. They're happy to be together. They're doing things they want to do. Now, if someone's just been cheated on, this is not the energy that's going to be there, right? So maybe we have others around us at this time that are celebrating, and it's throwing us off our strength. I'm not too sure where this fits in. It's kind of not hinged to anything I've gone over so far, so I'm just going to leave it there. May clarify in the future. Okay, so on the Hangman energy, the stalemate or the lack of sex. Okay, again, heavy duty cards. They have a lot of pictures. A lot of stuff in these. This is the King of Cauldrons. This is the King of Cups. This is about love offers. And not only that, right? Now, I feel like this is where it connects. I'll just see if I can cover that up. This is where it connects, because there's a love offering here. Let's see if I can... Right? There's a cup here that he wants to offer forward. Somebody is in ripe celebration of being offered a love cup. And again, we may have a partner here that is so absolutely excited about this new direction that they're going, that this is their energy and this is their partner. Their energy and their partner's energy, giving back and forth all the love, da-da-da, the newness, the celebration, da-da-da. This is what I'm getting, and I don't mean to... This is not in a way to rub things in, but this is what I'm getting. It's almost like a celebration of getting out of the relationship that they're in. Man, it's kind of sad, but anyway, we'll go forward here. On top of that Ace of Wands, again, the passion. I felt like the partner that cheated had a grand passion for the person that they cheated with. This is why it happened. So again, there must be a strong force here, or an oppressive energy where someone was just really not who they were in the relationship, meaning someone was holding back so much who they were in the relationship that they really weren't even any resemblance of who they are. And now they found a partner that they can be truly themselves with, and then now celebrating that, or feeling an unburdening of that. That's the only way I can express this. But the Casanova card to expand is the Eight of Wands. Yeah, and that's about quick movement in a direction, right? Well, obviously, we had, yeah, this is all just, it feels like fated energy to me, but there's no fate here. There's no fate card. There's no, but it feels like fated to me, like a fated meeting, and everything's just boom, 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 so quick. We have a jumping to a relationship outside of a relationship. And we have a big argument and a separation, and, you know, like all this stuff is happening. And quick movement forward. So that is that. Now on top of this King of Cups and his energy forward, which I feel was very much intermingled in the feminine and the outside masculine triangular situation, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now this is interesting, because the Four of Pentacles is about money above all else. Like, this man is being tempted by this woman, and the woman can't get him off his money. So somewhere here this is prominent. So someone here is focused on the money and nothing else. So we may have had a situation where the Gemini is with someone who, how do I say, supplied them with finances, and that was all they were looking at that person for. That was as much as they could, how do you say, because I'm looking at that stone, that's all they were worried about was the money. So that's really what made them stone, is because this person was just there for the money. So they really had no heart. They had no softness about them, because it wasn't about compassion. It wasn't about caring. It was about finances. Unfortunately, I feel like this is something that the Gemini is starting to understand or see clearly, right? In all the nakedness, they're starting to understand this on all levels. Otherwise, this would be a harsh reading to, well, they just wouldn't accept it. So that's the energy there. There's someone here is after money and nothing else, okay? 10-1 is the one that is slipped away, because there is no connection. There's no connection energy to them other than the money. Beyond that, we're not connected to our partner. So on top of this celebration card, and unfortunately I feel like that's the partner celebrating the fact that they found something outside of them that they deem better for them. At least physically, we have the Devil card. And that brings out an energy where we just really are doing this because we can. And we're doing this to chaos make. And we're doing this because we may not get... well, one, we don't have any empathy. Man, I've been picking up on this energy. We just don't have any empathy for the partner, and we don't feel they have a right to let us, limit us, whether we're married or not. That's not a boundary to me. And if I want to go there and do that, I'm going to go there and do that, and nobody's going to stop me, and these types of things. This is the energy that I'm getting. So it's beyond immature. It's just a lack of empathy. Okay? It's interesting to me, the card behind that is good judgment, but I feel it's connected to the Gemini in making the decision to finally leave. That's what I'm getting. This was the good judgment, not that we're going to go after this because it's a vision. Because I feel like the Gemini somehow was caught up in beauty, and this person may know that beauty is their Achilles, or other people's Achilles heel, so they go in the direction that can easily hook onto that. And here with the Gemini, really did, I feel like there was a train of stuff going on here. I really did feel like the person loved us, but they truly did not. They showed stripes here of a different color, and we're just not used to that, not understanding. That's very harsh energy. So the celebration here is the fact that we got away with what we got away with, and if we got caught, well, we're still celebrating, because it's, like I said, it's beyond immature. I really don't understand the celebratory mode here when we're in a situation where we've upset someone so deeply in a heart-centered way. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's what they're showing me. Okay, so the Infinity cards, let's see what happens here. On the 9 of Wands, which talks about leaving and a quick movement away from a situation. We talk about power, that it is in our power to do this, and it has helped us gain power, physically being away from the situation. This is helping us. On top of money above all else, what do we get? Worship. Yeah, wow. I feel like either the Gemini worshiped this person more than they deserved, or we have that person worships money more. And we may have to check into that. Does the partner that they went to, are they of more earning stature than we are? So therefore, this all makes sense. This kind of thing. Is this what's going on? There's a sense of worshiping the coin, so we got to be aware of who's doing that and why. And on the Devil card, we get deviate. Yeah. So we're deviation from the norm. We're trying to go out here and do things and get away with things just because we can. Because we want to try new things. Be in new ways. Yeah. Do things that we may not have been able to do with our partner. We're just trying to be deviant. And that is the energy that is getting them into trouble with the Gemini anyway. So unfortunately, I don't think this is I don't think this is a recovery, meaning I don't think this is the first time this person's heard this, Gemini. But I do feel like it's going to be rough to get over. I feel like there's a lot of anger at this point. So the animal card, to end the whole situation here, we get the tiger. And it talks about will. So yeah, free will to do as we wish, right? And again, the tiger, you know, being these two cards of strength here. I just want to show these. Well, one's a boar right in the bedroom. But this woman is overcoming a boar, right? So she's gaining strength over that boar. And then the other one is over the lion, right? And this is through compassion. Brute strength, yeah, it's interesting. Brute strength and compassion, we've got in both areas enough to overcome this. We cannot overcome, so it is not our issue. It is theirs. So I feel like the Gemini's taking, wrongfully so, by the way, taking fault for this. They're going, absolutely no, this is the partner's problem here, going outward. It's not a respectable thing to do. We notify of these things and then we go, you know, we notify the partner. We don't do this behind the back, this kind of thing. So again, I feel like the Gemini's doubting their strength, but nonetheless, it's here in every shape and form. They just have to go through this process. Again, this tiger's streaming forward, free will. It is your free will to do as you wish. In this scenario, we have someone here who just cannot absorb empathy or absorb it. They don't have it. Yeah, this is a trend. I don't know if it was through Aries or something like that was coming down the pipe a while back. Don't quote me on that, but there's an energy where I was getting, there's no empathy whatsoever. And when we have no empathy for the partner, it just doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. It's you're totally being fraught upon or fought with all constantly. So anyway, that is that. So will is what we end this on. I feel like the Gemini has the strength of will to overcome this, right? Because this tiger is jumping over things and wanting to be illuminated, right? You got in the background, like we have access to so many angles with this, and we've covered so many bases with this. There's absolutely no way that this Gemini could have been misunderstood by the partner, because that's the sense I'm getting. Maybe they misunderstood me and they're like, no, this partner is not wanting to change. They're not wanting to adapt, though they may tell you this, they will turn around and do the same thing behind your back. So this is what's going on. So an enlightening situation nonetheless. Sounds like an end point or a tipping point, but this is just for the week. So we'll hopefully gain you some more insight as time goes on. So that is for Gemini. Whew, heavy duty stuff here, man. Heavy duty. Okay, next is Libra, right? Yeah. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, so here we go. Man, these readings are something else. Okay. 2 of Fire. That's about choices and decisions. Yeah, choices, directions. We need to go. Yellow and orange. Highly prominent in a lot of these readings. That's all I'm getting is the choices left or right. Next card. 8 of Air. Yeah, truth hurts. I always get that with this card. Truth hurts. The sword of truth, right, is upright, and then it also can heal and it can harm. And I feel like that really is the choice here. Are we gonna choose to heal ourselves or someone else, or harm ourselves or someone else by what we say from here? I feel like it's highly what has been said. Needing to feel the sting of that is what they said. They need to feel the sting of what they put upon others. That's what they're saying. Yikes. Okay, next card. 3. There. Knowledge, intellectual, right? The dragon of knowledge is there infusing this man with everything. A need to seek knowledge in a certain area, and they're going, what area? How we speak to others. And I was going, and how others speak to us. They go, nope. How we speak to others. We have to, there's lessons here we have to learn, and choices we have to be made more specifically in the way of how we say damaging things outward to others that we don't realize are damaging. Just because people don't react does not mean that they are not hurting. That's what they're saying. So the sense here is that around these Libras, they may be saying some sharp words to people, and so shocking that people are stunned and don't say anything, they just leave. So there's something going on here in this kind of way, and the book of knowledge here is coming out. We're going to maybe learn some lessons through that, is what I'm getting. So to clarify the choice direction, what do we get there? We get the strength. Look at the colors mesh, right? Oops. I'm going to go this way with it. Hold on here. Okay. That's not working out here. Okay. So, choices and strength. Okay. So, we're dealing with a situation. We need to make a choice here about how we deal with stuff. And the energy they're giving me from the strength card is that we may be like overpowering strength. We are so much in our strength that it's offensive to others, is what I'm getting. Okay. Now on the Two of Swords energy, again about truth harming or healing, and we go drastically in both directions, but we need to quit going outward in this way so much, especially to those that we love and care about. We get the Three of Swords. Yeah, what do you know, eh? Heartbreak. We're wondering why we get heartbroken. This is why we're not realizing the states we put others in. We are just getting the karmic feedback and not understanding the why of it, like not understanding the process of it. So truly, yeah, in disbelief. Not disbelief so much as just not knowing at all. A bluntness that can be so sharp that it harms us, harms others, right? Okay, so on the knowledge, needing to look deeper into what we get, the Queen of Cups, yeah, into our heart and our emotional center. We need to tap into our emotional center and think about the things that we say to others, how we say to others. In order to do that, tap into our emotional state in order to understand where people are coming from emotionally. Also, been guided. That's what they're saying. There are going to be guides coming forth to, like not spirit guides, but people that are guided to show us more clearly, meaning more shocking situations, to reveal this to us in that way, is what I'm getting. Next card on top of the strength and the choice, we have the Lovers card, which talks about soul connections. So this may be the exact place that we're doing the harm, right? And the healing and the harming, we're on both extremes, but our partner is confused. This is the choice that we have to make here. How to deal with this properly. We need to build our strength in this area of how to deal with people properly that are in our heart-centered place. We have to deal with that differently. Seems like people, strangers, we have no problem mediating that. But when we get someone in our heart-centered place, it becomes black and white issue where we're dealing with hatred or overbalanced love. We can't seem to mediate. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So on top of the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak that our partner feels, and we are getting karmic reaction back, but not realization of why this is happening. We get the Nine of Swords, a loss of hope. They're going, this is the Libras. We're trying, okay, trying to get the opinion across, or the scenario across, that we are doing harm to others by our words. Specifically our lovers. They're too extreme in the way that we are treating them. Because of this, we are being heartbroken back by the partner. Like, this is going back and forth. So the sense that I'm getting from the Libra is highly a situation where we are losing, because we're unaware of what we're doing to that partner. We're unaware that we're doing wrong because nobody's making us accountable for what we say. Okay, because of this, we are getting karma. We are getting hit hard. It's like a deer going, I don't know, where did it come from? Like, I don't know where this came from. Not understanding that it was the words that we put upon our partner coming back on us. Because of that, they're willing to just leave love at the door completely rather than look at their own faults. This is what they're trying to get through. Whew, that was hard getting out. Queen of Cups, that's about the loving, caring, compassionate way that we want to build up here. Libras are usually pretty moderate. This is an extreme energy for Libra, but nonetheless an ability here to get some endurance in the compassion area. Build up our endurance and compassion, love, caring, more deeper centered emotional states with our partner. We get the Ten of Pentacles of family, which speaks to family pleasures. So not only, okay, yeah, they're going not only with our partner do we say sharp-tongued things, but to our family as well. And we could have a lot better prospects here if we do this and go outward in this way in compassion. It will help in a family sort of way as well. So no, that's basically what it was. There's just words, just too sharp-tongued for the people that we're with. Well, they're going for anybody really, but nobody's saying anything because of the way that it's just nobody's saying anything. So what we need to do here is go on the Lovers card, and we're going to, we're going to go into the Lovers area. Here we go. First card in the Lovers area for Libra. Queen of Wands, she's blown away. She's deep in thought about things that are happening. My guess is not about the words she's saying or how she's going outward, the way the energy is going, but nonetheless, deep in thought about something here. Okay, so that's on the Lovers card. We may be deep in thought about a lover here. Next card, where we're in loss of hope. We seem to be hurt over and over again, and not in realization again why that's happening. So we're losing hope in the love direction. We have the Ten of Wands. This is the 10, but it's also about putting our best foot forward and about introductions. No, it's not about introductions. It's about putting our best foot forward. Because when we do this, right, keeping on our toes, they're saying, is, statement that we use, but really this person that I'm picking up on, or the energy that we're talking to here, is needing to put their best foot forward. They are too lax, and in this, whether it's their character or not, it needs to be adjusted. is what they're saying. It needs to be put in a way that's more, it's like, somebody sitting at the table and they order cake, and then the guy comes from the kitchen with the bowl of flour and the milk in a cup and all of that, and they're going, what is this? Like, this isn't put together well. I don't like the way it's being served, and it's not the way I want to choose to eat it. So it's kind of like, that's what they're giving me. It's like this learning in this area needs to be done simply. Okay, family pleasures. Okay, on top of that, again, the romance area, we're getting the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords, he can be quite destructive, not knowingly so either, right? He sometimes is going with his mindset that I'm going to get to the bottom of things, I got to find out what's going on, and da 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 da. And I don't know, no, they do not think really far enough ahead. They just are going after what they want. And I'm going on and on here, but they're going after what they want to get underneath what they figure there is in the line of truth. And they're making me aware of that as well. It's like, yeah, we are speaking our truth, but in order to be somewhat liked by others, we cannot reveal this at every turn. That's what they're saying. So we really need to watch our part, because this is kind of the chaos maker of the deck. He comes in and he stirs up stuff, and he's coming from a sense of righteousness, going, I'm here to find out the truth, and and creating chaos and not really caring about the chaos that is made. So this is, again, inadvertently how it's coming across. Wowzers. Okay, next line. So we have the Queen of Wands. She's deep in thought about what? The King of Swords. So he was back here, right? That's the energy. That's your energy, King of Swords energy. Give me a moment. He's drawn his sword, and they're going, that's highly significant here. We have people drawing swords all over the place because we're dealing with this energy that the Libras put out. Again, I see Libras being soft and pliable, like this is very odd, but for some person here, it's hard luck in this area of being too blunt, too rude, too crude, too out there. It really imbalanced. So they may have Libra as a front sign, but other things are very conflictive. So there's a sense here that we are getting to a point where we may be pissing off a person in high authority or high esteem here, to a degree. But I feel somewhat distracted here, like we're kind of thinking about other things, not realizing. It kind of shows the mindset, because she's looking off in this direction, he's looking off in that direction, yet pulling the sword between him and I don't know the dynamic there. I'm going to keep going. So on top of the energy of putting our best foot forward, to expand on that, we get 9, the Hermit. Yeah, and again, there's an energy here of losing hope, right? Something's going on here. I'm getting the sense here. Something's going on. I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to hunker down and wait until it passes. This is what I'm getting from this card. It's like nobody is making this Libra aware. And why is that? Universally, it doesn't even match. But there may be a sense of fear somewhere along the line here, and that may be why. Maybe people are fearing this Libra and feeling they don't want to express that, so they just leave it be for repercussions. They're going, fear of repercussion from the Libra. Nonetheless, that's where it is. So on top of this Swords energy, right, this is the chaos maker coming in. He feels justified, looking for answers. 5 of Pentacles, but he's been left out in the cold. This guy's on the outside of a church. He's praying for help. There are people to help him. He has just got his eyes closed, so he does not realize this. This is the sense they're giving me. So the sense here is that even though we may have a harsh personality and nobody is making us aware of, and for some reason we're not aware of ourselves, completely blind to, there are people around us that can help us. We just have to go outward and ask for the help, is the sense. Now we're going to go into the sex area. This is really very caught up in an energy of self here. I get a distractive energy, maybe in a love direction with a partner, and then the rest is all caught up in self. So on this, excuse me, I'm yawning. The only time I get to do these are late at night. The King of Swords, right? I had a weird energy here. To expand on him, we get the King of Pentacles. Now that's interesting. They're going, this is the same person. This is the same person that is in defense of the Libra individual and also willing to make an offer to the Libra individual, a solid, firm offer. Now, this is very interesting to me because it's almost like they want to make an offer to the Libra, but they're drawing their sword in case we get something we just don't expect. So very unpredictable, very chaotic, chaos-making kind of energy is what this person is coming to be known for by this partner. Okay, and that's the partner, is King of Pentacles. Very sturdy, strong energy. I feel like that's the only one that really could be there to deal with this. I think the Knight or King of Wands would have left a long time ago, but nonetheless. Okay, the Hermit energy, what do we get on that? We get the Ten of Wands. Now that's about okay, so let's just go one by one here. We have an offer from a partner here. And it's interesting to me, either the offer's being made or has been made and we're waiting on an answer, or he's going to make it and we're waiting on an answer. So if we're waiting on that answer, we're going to be highly in defense of what comes at us. But nonetheless, we're going to make that offer. And then what happens here, the Ten of Wands, this holds an energy. Okay, it's a 10. First and foremost, but it holds an energy of beaten to the bushes, basically. Can't hold back. Overburdening, overwhelming sexual urge that is indulged in. Okay, that's what that is about. What's interesting to me, is this the Libra's energy or the partner's? I'm not sure. Okay. So as we move forward here to feeling left out in the cold, right? To expand there, we get the Ace of Wands. That's interesting. Because, okay, we have a 10 and a 1. So they're telling me to note that 10. So when we note it, it's an end of a relationship. So we may have had some, a relationship come across here that was quite overwhelming sexually, but the feeling is, or an offer that came in that we rejected. Now we have the Ace of Wands. This is a new direction. Now again, the Ace of Wands always holds that energy from the past. There's a relationship here that's burning up in the fire, but we're moving forward. This is very chaotic. I feel like this is the energy of the past. We just had a passion for someone, and for some reason, I don't see, it just stopped. It just full stopped. We have no excuse, no whatever. It's just gone. I feel like this is more the energy of the new. I feel like this is the new partner coming forward to make a solid offer, because I feel like there was some kind of a weird energy here with someone in the past, but that has ended. And now we're moving forward to a new energy. It is still something that we have to deal with emotionally, is the sense I'm getting. Why? Because that's in the past. There's a couple there. So on both sides, there's emotional issues that need to be worked out, but nonetheless, we are in a new relationship, and we are going to deal with that forward. Okay, here we go. Whew. So on top of that offer being made, we have the Three of Wands. So that's about looking to the future. So this may be something that's coming at us in the future. It may not be here yet this week, this month, right? It may be down the road a little bit. Because this guy's looking at the future and wanting stability. So that's at the forefront. So on this Ten of Wands, again, I'm getting a sense of indulging in sexual passion here quite quickly and ending quite quickly. We have the Seven of Wands. There's that defense card again. So we're on guard towards this energy. There may have been someone that was playing with us physically. And because of this, we are now on guard against them or warding this energy off in some kind of way. It may have just been a physical thing. Okay? Boom. There it is. Okay. Now, atop this Ace of Wands, what do we get for energy? Wow. 21, the World. New direction and a completion of an old cycle. Highly aware of this in this card. Highly aware of this in this card. I feel like, interestingly enough, I feel like the energy here is we're going to start a new beginning, and in starting this, we are going to complete something else. So there may have been an energy tugging at us from afar here. Friends with benefits type thing that really kept us stagnant to a high degree, and now we're fending that off because we've got a new direction we need to go. May have just been indulging in it before because we really had nothing of worth or anything that we wanted to go to. So now we have this energy that we want to go forward in. So we're going to do that in this new direction is the sense I'm getting. Yeah. So on top of the Three of Wands, about looking at the future, right? This offer may come in the future. We have the 12 of Wands. And again, defensive behavior. Highly, someone is very defensive around you or you are around them. And I'm feeling this could go either way. You know, it may not be the Libra that is truly in a position of being offended or offending people and whatnot. It could be the partner that they're indulging with that has done this. And we're highly in defense of this person and needing to make decisions in the future. Right? Again, warding off. This is warding off in a, you know, as a person ready to fight. This guy ready to fight, holding his wands. This is all the scenario that's hitting here. Highly defensive towards someone or someone towards us. On top of that, we get the 20, the World card. Or, no. Well, anyway, the scenario is this man is in judgment. Yeah, it's judgment cards. He's in judgment of her. What am I going to do with her? You know, that kind of thing. We may be looked upon in this way. We may have someone outside of us, again, pulling strings, playing with us, and they don't know what they want to do. They certainly don't want to marry us, and we don't know if they want us as a partner, this kind of thing. So that's really the sense I get with this. I feel an indulging here, but on a level that the Libra may know to stand defense. Why? Because this person really doesn't know what they want. So we don't want to indulge in this anymore, and we're taking a defensive stand against it. Okay. So, where did this go? Why am I missing a card here? Anyway. On the other World card, we get the Ace of Cups. I'm missing a card. Yeah, totally missing a card here. Huh, that's interesting. Anyway. Well, this is the card I'm missing. Holy, it's late. Okay. So the World. Man. The World card, the end of, you know, a cycle, a finishing of, and usually it's in completion. We're highly in completion stage here. Maybe coming out of a stage where we were fraternizing with a lot of friends with benefits type situation. So now we're completing that cycle and taking love in a new direction. Why? Because we may have actually invested in our own selves to a degree that we can overcome this obstacle, this friends with benefits stuff, or people just not being emotionally sound or sturdy with us, right? That kind of thing. Now, to go with the infinity cards, excuse me, on the 12, Knight of Wands, who is ready for battle. He's waiting for the opposition to come in so that they can fight. We get the escape room. Yeah, that is about, you know, someone withdrawing from, withdrawing from an energy. We've withdrawn from this fly-by-night energy of someone who offers no more than a romp in the hay kind of thing. That's an old saying. But someone that it will, we're leaving, withdrawing from the energy of non-stability here. And my words are escaping me. Holy. On top of the Judgment, what do I do with her? What direction I go? I don't know. There's elation. Now this is interesting to me. But I feel like the elation is the decision that either one of us has made. I feel like it's more the Libra going, you know what? I'm done with that energy. I'm worth more. And it's interesting to me, the double numbers here, 2-2 and 10-10. But nonetheless, going forward, we're elated because finally out of the energy of just one night stands and boring relationships where all there is sex and right? Nothing more than this, though, is what I'm trying to get across. Sex is good, it's just nothing more than that. So on the Ace of Cups, what do we get there? Expansion. Yeah, we're going to expand our view of what love is, not only for ourselves, but for putting it upon someone else. We don't need to be treated in the way that we're treated. We're going to go outward and hopefully expand our view onto someone else. Now, it's interesting to me because it's almost like we're dealing with two different energies here in the bedroom, and then one in the, in the spiritual side. But nonetheless, the animal card that we have for the Libras to shut this air sign down is, authenticity, the wolf. This is what I feel like the Libra is learning. They're learning how to be their authentic self. And part of that is really about the fact that they know that this does not serve them, does not feel good. I mean, how do you say sex doesn't feel good? But you know what I'm saying? It's not just about the sex, right? It's more deeper, and we're elated to move on to better things because we know this is going to feed us more. It's going to feel better, and it's going to be worth more than just bare bones, So the wolf, right? And I think I said this when I first pulled this card, was like this wolf, the eyes, they go right through you. And if you are not in authenticity, this Libra's going to kind of chew you up and spit you out. So don't even come forth unless you are truly here to go to some kind of depths, not just skin deep, that kind of thing. So more than sex and more than just one night stands is really what I got from the physical side. And on the spiritual side, there's really a sense here that we may be a little harsh, or there's an energy here that may be harsh around us that to deal with. Need to confront that head on and face it and let it know. If it's not us that's doing this, we need to speak outward to others, let them know, what you say is pretty harsh and let them know that, so they know. Because I get a sense of bewilderment here, like this person has just never ever been confronted about the way they talk, so why would they know? that it's bad, right? So this is something I think spiritually that is going to come to be, because the universe is going to push it to make them see. But if we don't say anything, it's not going to happen. It's going to be inspired. But anyway, that is the readings for the air. Holy cow. So I feel like I've been talking for a week and it's all gibberish. But anyway, that is the readings. Take care, have fun, be kind. More to come. Yeah, fire and earth are still yet to come. So take care, have fun, be kind, and we will talk to you soon.